Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Foxes banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Well then, Mahrez has made something of that. It's Mahrez! 2-0 to Leicester City!
Next to him, Anthony Kanaka finds Wood. Wood should score. Wood West Kanaka. Yes, in! Here comes Leicester again with Heskey and Ibbett. Oh, this is incredible. Got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off. Jamie Vardy!
Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube.
Good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses for another live fans call-in show. If you are new around here, this is how it all works. If you want to come and have your say about literally anything you want Leicester City related, then click the link in the live chat that's pinned. Click the link in the description of the video. Connect your camera, connect your microphone, and you will be on. So please come and have a chat with us. Come and let us know what you're thinking after the game, what you're thinking ahead of the next game. Coventry at home this weekend. It's going to be a good one. 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. So yeah, if you're not joining us on the call-in, make sure to just leave a comment and put the comments in there. Also, I know Jamie Vardy is currently making his debut in Italy, so please, if he scores, if he does anything like that, let us know in the chat. Hello to Kunal, mate. Hope you're doing well, pal. Craig is here. Hello to Craig. Azola, good evening to you, mate. Did everyone enjoy the win, says Kunal. It has been a windy day, mate. It has been a windy day. Wolf says evening to you, Wolf, mate. Wigston Fox, evening from Lanzarote, mate. Hope you're having a lovely time over there, mate. 2 weeks until I get to go on my holiday. I cannot wait. Mark's joining us live for the first time. Always end up playing catch up and listening later. Well, Mark, if you want to come and have a chat with us live on the stream, click the link that is going into the chat right now. There it is. Click that link and come and have your say, mate, about whatever you want. Ben Hall, hello everybody. Hello to you, Ben, mate. Hope you're doing well. You're always here. Thanks so much for the support. Okay. Get ready, the people in the background. The first caller of the night is going to be Joe. So get ready, Joe, mate. A couple of minutes. There was another comment I wanted to bring up. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. That's weird. Even to you, Fonzie, mate. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Jamie Vardy making his debut. I should probably just keep that open on another tab. Make sure I don't miss out. 72 minutes in, 0-0. Vardy's come on, hasn't he? Yeah, he's come on. So there you go, Vardy on. So on the 58th minute, Vardy 10, no longer Vardy 9. How do you like that? Right, we're going to get Joe on. Just Zola, the comment on that early video, I said Rude killed the momentum of the players last season. Yes, Fonzie, hello. I got the game on and Vardy's on. Brilliant stuff. Right, here we go. We're going to get Joe on. Here he comes. What's going on, mate? How's things? Let me sort that out with you're on mute as well, mate. You're on mute.
There we go. I should be
yeah,
alive.
All good, mate. What's going on? How's things?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on, so that's why I muted myself, just to get myself back into it. I've actually started a new job, hence why I've not been on as much. But
and he's had a shave.
Yeah, I've had a shave. I've had a shave, mate. I look about 10 years younger.
Yes.
But no, I just wanted to come on because I've been quite negative in the past. I just wanted to come on and just say that I've been relatively pleased with our start. Relatively pleased with everything that's gone on, and I've finally got a manager in Morty that I feel like I can properly back. I feel like I want him here a long time. I just, everything he says, the way he spoke after the Oxford draw as well, I was just very, very pleased with, mate. And I just think that's starting to seep through to the players as well. Just in terms of the effort and desire. I know this is talking about basics, But this is something that we've not seen for, well, all of last season. And obviously we've had some times where the effort and desire was lacking even in the Championship. So for me, we've got the right players here. I think I was thrilled with just Jordan James coming in. And yeah, I'm just really pleased. He's getting his subs right as well at the right times. I know that obviously everybody's talking about his lineup, but I think that's down to him wanting to put an arm around some players, and build up their confidence. But he's getting it spot on, and to get a point away at Oxford when you're down to 10 men for the majority of the game, I think it's a good result. I'd have been disappointed with that result if we'd have been 11v11, but in the circumstances, very happy with that.
Mate, I agree with you completely. I don't think I've ever been this excited about a new manager in such a long time. I'm really, really impressed. You mentioned about everything he said. I don't know. I'm sure you watched the BBC Leicester one as well that he did.
Of course
at the end of the week, and yeah, quality. A lot of insight, a lot of openness and transparency, and there's still a long way to go. He won't be that impressed himself. He won't be that happy with some of the performances that we've put in. But the fact that he's made substitutions, I think, in all but one of the games at halftime.
Yeah.
And an interesting little stat here: Leicester City, in the first half of games this season, are 20th in the league. Leicester City in the second half of games this season are first in the league. So 20th in the first half and first in the second half. And it just shows, Joe, that, yeah, his lineups and starting 11s haven't been bang on, but he's known exactly what to do when needed, and he's switched it up, and it's completely changed the game.
Yeah, no, for sure. And obviously bringing on Winks and Ricardo after. I mean, Ricardo's class. I mean, he's if he'd have stayed fully fit, he's a Premier League fullback, isn't he? Let's be honest. He's just absolute quality. Obviously, Winks has his qualities, and this leads me into kind of a nice segue, because I've got a question for you.
Before you give it, Michael, the Wrexham fan, is saying, "Take Cody back. We will give you $2.5 million." There you go. Go on, mate. What's your question?
My question is to you specifically, because obviously I know you've mentioned it a lot, and you've had debates with other people on this channel. Winks. I'm on the fence about it, right? I completely see where you're coming from. I can see where Luke's coming from, for example, right? I'm very much 50-50 with this. But what does Winks have to do, in your opinion, to change your view of him? Because obviously he's done a lot of damage. I'm with you on that one. I think he's got a bad attitude. He's here now, like Luke says. What does he have to do, even if he's here till January, for you to change your mind? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And I don't know the answer off the top of my head. I think I want to see him as he was on the weekend, and I want to see that consistently, because earlier in the season he was coming on and impacting games. But for example, in the Huddersfield Cup game, he scored and, just emotionless, head down, didn't really want to interact. In a couple of the games, straight down the tunnel, not even going over to the fans. However, I did hear that on this weekend, on Saturday, he was the first one to the fans, rather than straight down the tunnel. He also celebrated the goal with Ricardo Pereira. So I want to see a bit more of that. I want to see that continued. I think Marty, as I keep praising, has got incredible man management. He needs to be completely sure himself. At the end of the day, it's not up to you. It's not up to me. It's not up to Luke. When he starts, and when he's trusted again, it's up to the manager. And I trust that Cifuentes will know when that time is. I think, people are rightly so pointing out that the best 11 probably does involve Harry Winks. I'm not denying that in any way, shape, or form. I just think that for whatever reason, the start of this season and obviously the end of last, he's had this massive bee in his bonnet. My only concern, Joe, is I don't think it's a coincidence that the first game after the window shut is when he seemingly improves his attitude, because he knows he's stuck here. He knows he's stuck here. But you can
Yeah.
say, Joe, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, when he's been on the pitch, he's been great. Like, he's been
Yeah,
great on the
yeah.
pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the best players in his position, that type of role in the Championship. We all know this, right? He did a lot for us in the Championship last time round, and arguably without him, we may not have got over the line, right? Because he pulled out some real key moments. I think back to West Brom when Dewsbury Hall slid a ball across to him and he put it away with an open net. I think about QPR when we were 1-1 and he put one in from about 20 yards. You know, those moments. But yeah, I think I'm in complete agreement with you. I think attitude-wise, what again I like about Marty, I would rather as a manager, I'm the same. I'd rather as manager give a young lad like Louis Page a chance, who's going to run through brick walls for you to prove himself, but also play for the shirt, over somebody who is technically a lot better and could potentially win you games, but just can't be asked. And that's what we've seen so far. So I'm hoping now the window is shut, he can get his head down and actually put some performances in. But
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Scarlett says Winks is a disrespectful, self-centered dick, but he is a baller, and we are better with him in the starting 11. I'd say he's a baller at this level, Scarlett. Yes, not in the Premier League as we learnt, but yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. I just, look, we spent 9 months talking about how unbothered the players looked, how there was a lack of fight, how we wanted some of them gone, how they were earning too much money for this league and the performances they were putting in. Only to 6 months later, some fans be like, you have to start him because he's the best player. Well,
yeah,
no, I refuse to give in that easily, unfortunately. I refuse to give in that easily on that. I think
Marty feels the same, doesn't he?
Yes.
He feels the same because otherwise he'd be starting him. You know, he's kind of sitting there going, well, I'm trying to change the culture at this club. And if you're going to have a stinking attitude, you're not playing for me. And that's what I love about him, because I'd be exactly the same. I'd be like, I don't care if you're going to win me games. I'll put my own job at risk if it means your attitude. You're not going to get rewarded for having a stinking attitude. And that's what it should be in every job. Yeah, you're great at your job, but you're a crap person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to have some consequences for that, and Marty is doing that very, very well.
And Ben makes a good point that Winks will not be here in a year because his contract expires at the end of June and he's not going to sign a new deal. I don't think he'll be offered one either. So
no.
He's going to be gone. So maybe you do play others ahead who are the future of the club. And, by all accounts, the way Marty Cifuentes is speaking to the fans, he's speaking as if this is a long-term thing. He wants to be here for a long time. And Marty will know as well that his contract expires in a year, so he will want to favour some of the players that are going to be here. I personally think that, I would play Jordan James, and I think you've got enough quality there to not have to start Winks. Again, I get what people say that Winks is too good not to play, but his attitude stinks. So yeah, I'm in agreement, Joe, to be honest with you. If he earns back the respect of the manager, the fans, his teammates, then I think he should play, because... Yeah. You saw at half-time when we brought on Ricardo and Winks, we were a much better side. And in the other games we've brought Winks on, we've been a much better side with him than without. So he has to, just like he needs to be punished for his actions, he also needs to be rewarded if his actions improve, if his behaviour improves. And if he does, then we'll all be fine. We'll all be happy with him coming back in because it benefits the team, right?
Yeah, no, of course it does. And I think, you've got a player like James Jordan coming in. Is it Jordan James? Jordan James. Jordan James. Jordan James. Who, I just, everything about him just says to me that he's going to run through a wall for this team. And that's the thing. Those are the players you want in. And I don't care what anybody says. Obviously, it's a loan with a sort of an option to buy. I think he's going to be here in a year's time. I really do. Obviously, if performance dependent, but I do think that he's somebody who's going to be playing for us because Marty's going to have one eye and be like, yeah, this is a guy I want to sign next year. So I think he's he's as good as a Leicester player if he puts those performances in. And you again, that's a player you want here because he knows his future is here and he's speaking like his future is here. Do you know what I mean? So everything has to be towards the club's benefit and wanting to play for the club.
Well, you know, my thoughts, mate. Jordan James will be a future captain of Leicester City. That's what I'm saying. I can see it already. That's what I think.
I can see it.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see, mate. There's a long way to go. Who knows what will happen in the next game against Coventry because they're a good side this season. Maybe,
I'm nervous for it. Nervous.
Well, maybe he will. You know, I think let's be honest, mate. The safe options to play Ricardo and Winks. I mean, that is the safe option.
Yeah.
It's just whether he leaves it a little bit longer. I would personally prefer to see Booba and James in the midfields and Ricardo at right back.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to say something now. You're not going to agree, but I've just been wanting Skip to be so much better than he is. I've still been holding a torch for him, but he's just not it, is he? He's just not it. I think, you know, I look at him, and the thing is, right, with Booba as well, like he's a player for me who I've supported these players for so long, wanting them to turn it around. And James has to come straight in for me. And Booba's probably the best option next to him. But with Skip, I just don't know what to say anymore because I've kind of been like, I think he can be decent at this level. But whenever he put in a great performance against Birmingham, I'm not going to deny that he did. But one game out of 20 isn't good enough. So
no. I agree, mate. I agree. Joe, as always, mate, thank you for calling.
Cheers,
Much
mate.
appreciated.
Cheers.
We'll see you very soon, mate. All the
Thanks
best. Cheers. Hello. Get ready in the background. The next caller is going to be Ryan. Then it's Ethan. Then it's Greek Fox in the box, and then we'll get on to more after that. But Ryan, Ethan, Greek Fox in the box. Chris as well will be on there as well, and then any others that join. We're expecting a new face to the channel as well, about 7:45, 7:50, so get ready for that. Anyway, remember my video last week where I told everybody if you want to take part in anything, give me an email. Well, we've had a couple email and one of them's coming tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Right. Let's get. Did I say Ryan or Ethan? I think I said Ryan. Here he is. What's going on, mate? How are you?
Hello, Lox. How are you doing, mate?
Well, good, mate. You have to call up because you can't comment, can you? Because Luke blocked you. So Luke banned you from the chat.
Oh, no. How did I know that was coming? Oh, God. I'm going to have to tell you the story about what happened so everyone knows what happened. So, obviously, I accidentally... let me start it all off. Well... I was slightly in the middle of probably multitasking, if you know what I mean, to begin with. Then I was watching your video, obviously, of the match waitings. Then, because obviously I was doing a little bit writing the comments of each player and that kind of thing of my personal waiting, and then all of a sudden, then I get timed out. And then I'm thinking, like, hang on a minute, what's going on? Have I done something wrong? And then, obviously, it goes up, it goes on. And then I see the comment whilst you were doing the Marte Cifuentes topic and saying, I'm giving him a 2. I'm like, oh, no.
So you put the comment 2. Who are you talking about? Ramsey, was it? Was it Ramsey?
Yes, it was. Yeah, that was meant to be for Ramsey. Just to clarify. But
we were talking about Marty at the time because you weren't live, and Luke
I wasn't
thought, right, I'm banning him. Yeah.
So to finish the story off. Then, once I realised that, I can't put this comment out, I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Am I being stitched up or something like that? And then I found out that obviously it was Luke that blocked me. Then all of a sudden, this is a great punchline. Then I looked at the how long I was into the video, and then all of a sudden, I was 5 or 10 minutes behind.
Yeah. Are you does it
Lord.
Ryan, are you logged into StreamYard with your YouTube account? Does it let you leave a comment now on your screen? Does it let you leave a comment?
Yeah, I think I am. Yes,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's for YouTube. So, and it probably was one of the reasons why. Maybe I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know. But so what did you make to the game then, mate? Because a lot happened. We had the red card. We had 4 goals. Obviously, we scored 2 of them. Came back from behind twice and came away with a point, mate. Obviously, it was a large setback, wasn't it, with the red card? But how do you feel now, looking back on it all?
So yeah, moving on to the game. After all that, I thought first half. I thought it was a little bit disappointing, I would say. I thought we were going to come out flying off the blocks and be white after Oxford, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. And before you know it, a few minutes in, we're already a goal down. But obviously, came back, got back to 1-1. But then, yeah, Aaron Ramsey, man, my God. That's I was disappointed that he didn't we didn't get the opportunity to see him for most of the game. Really, it was just a silly challenge he didn't need to make, really. Because it was obviously there was no danger. It was near the touchline, wasn't it? And obviously I've seen the tackle, and it looked like it was a red card, to be honest. So
I think so. I get the debate. There's a lot of debate about whether it should have been a red or not. But I think the fact that you've even given him the decision to make, you've given the ref a decision to make. That's the real issue.
It was silly.
I can also confirm, Ryan, because I can't believe I've not done this before. I have now added you as a mod in the live chat. So there you go. So,
thanks.
So you're now a mod in the live chat. I thought you were. I didn't even realise you weren't. So there you go. So you're a mod now. So now you can block Luke.
Brilliant.
Yeah, now you can block
I was
Luke.
not
So
listening to this.
For anybody watching, for reference, if you ever watch back any of the live streams, you'll find that a lot of the live streams, they are now timed with the goals, so you can click on the time. Thanks to Ryan, I keep getting notifications on my phone at like 11 o'clock at night, like Ryan left this comment, and it's just a list of goals. I'm like, bloody hell, Ryan, what are you? But no, Ryan's gone through all the old watch-alongs and added them. Although you've got a big list, I bet you've. What was that? So there would have been like 40 with the cup game, maybe 41 last season. There's going to be 50 this season probably. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. There was another comment I wanted to bring up. Ayew will have some confidence after the goal on the weekend. Do you think he's going to start again against Coventry? I think he will.
I was just about to mention Jordan Ayew, and I appreciate that comment from Michael. I thought Jordan Ayew was our best player, and I think he for the next game against Coventry, I keep Jordan Ayew in the team. I do, and I was a bit disappointed that Carranza didn't come on.
It's the red, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he picked Daka because there was a lot of spacing behind because of the red, and
probably to have more pace on the counter attack. Yeah, because I think Carranza's not that type, from what I know. I think he's
not a
similar to
behind.
Ayew. Bit similar. Yeah. So I think that probably prevented that red card. Obviously prevented Carranza from possibly coming on, and probably the same thing with Monga as well, because he was on the bench as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, Monga was on the bench. Yeah. I think we would have seen Carranza and Monga if it was 11v11. But to be honest, Ryan, I think 11v11. I think we would have won that game.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We should have, if it weren't for that wet, I think we would have won that game and comfortably. But obviously, it didn't happen. It was just a bit disappointing. But in fairness to the players, they did show character, and that was good to see.
Yeah, they did. But they have all season, haven't they? In all of the games, they've we've come from behind quite a bit this season. There's signs there that they're willing to fight, and that's something that we haven't seen in previous games. Last season, for example, when I always talk about the Everton game, when we conceded that early goal, and that was it. They gave up instantly.
Yeah, but that was just the mentality, wasn't it? Because we just kept losing every single game every time, and when you're in that habit, you just can't get out of. You're just like, you just can't lift yourself. But when you've got someone like a Martin Cifuentes in there, who I've got to say I've been really impressed with so far since he's joined. I really liked his post-match interview after the game. He came up, especially one bit he said, which I definitely took note on, and that was that he wasn't happy with the point. I absolutely loved that. That's something you want to be hearing from your gaffer, that he's not prepared to accept mediocrity. Yeah.
Exactly. I think we would have lost the game under Steve Cooper and Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think we would have lost the games.
We would have done.
Because the game management was just so poor at times last season. And, you even saw at the end, I think Marty went for the win, I think, towards the end of the game. Whereas,
we did.
I think Steve Cooper would have sat back and brought on another, two defenders probably and tried to play out. And Ruud would have probably sat on the touchline.
Cooper would have brought on one fast knowing him.
Yeah. Or Connor Cody, like he did against Crystal Palace, if you remember that last season.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god!
And he gave away the penalty. Yeah, there was a comment here about Cody as well. Another one which said from Michael. Let me find it. It was the worst performance I've seen from a centre back in the Championship in some time. Was lazy, own goal, can't run, worthless yapper. Is Cody. So there you go. There was also another one here which said. Let me try and find it. Ipswich will still win the league, and Leicester, with a 9-point penalty, still finish second. The league is bad this year, in my opinion. Nobody has shown me much other than Ipswich at times. Well, let's see what Sheffield United do now with Chris Wilder. Chrissy Wilder is back at Bramall Lane, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that one. But
it's like going back. It's like taking your ex boyfriend or girlfriend back. I mean, to go back.
Why does he go?
Why does he keep going back there?
I don't get it. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Yeah, I don't get it. Right, Ryan, I'm going to let you go, mate. Thank you so much for calling, as always, mate. Much appreciated. Get in the live chat now that you're a mod. Sound, mate.
Yeah, I will do.
Cheers, bye-bye. Okay, next call is going to be Ethan. We're going to go Ethan. We're going to go Greek Fox in the Box. We're going to go Rossi, LCFC 1993. And we're going to go, whoever this is here. This is somebody, don't recognise this person, so I'm suspicious. Anyway, right. Nailed the hiring of Cifuentes, said Michael. Yeah, absolutely right. Let's get Ethan in all the way from South Africa. What's going on, mate? How's things?
I'm good and you. Just a quick
Hold on.
update.
Let me turn you up because you're a bit quiet. Oh, can you turn yourself up? Can you turn yourself up? Does it let you?
I think so.
You're very. I think you're quiet.
Nah. I can't.
It's all right. Anyway, yeah. So Vardy update. What have you got for us?
A typical Serie A game, 0-0. Cremonese 6 shots. So yeah, it's a tough. But yeah, he shared a pitch with the great grandson of Mussolini. So there's a stat for you.
Really, teammate?
Yeah. So the Mussolini Junior, what they call him, he came on with 4 minutes left. And Vardy, 1 dribble, unsuccessful, 6 touches, not really much to, go home about. But, it's his start, so we'll see how he does.
Interesting. Well, we'll wait and see. Yeah, because he played half an hour, I think? He played half an hour of football?
Yeah, 35 minutes, 35. I think he came on 55, 56 minutes, yeah.
Go on then,
But
Ethan.
yeah.
Tell me, what did you think to that red card, mate? Because there's a lot of people arguing. Well, not arguing, but they're disagreeing with each other. Red or yellow? I think it's a red.
Look. I think you guys said it on stream. If that was one of our players on the receiving end, you're calling for a red card. It's a silly challenge, and it's always going to be up to the referee whether it's a yellow or a red. You know how he manages the game as well. I'm not too bothered. You know, if it's a yellow, it's a yellow. If it's a red, I think it helped control the game a bit. We didn't see as many cards. It was a wet surface, so you know you don't want to promote any more of those challenges. So I think it was fair. Unlucky for him, but he came out with a class response. So you know, good for him. It shows that you know the interview that we reacted to. It shows that Cifuentes is backing his talk, right? With signing people for their personality. So yeah, but on to another new signings. We saw Jordan James for the first time. You know, you obviously
How good
got
was he? He was
more
good.
than
He
more
was
than
good.
excited, more than excited.
Hold on,
but honestly,
hold on.
nah,
Jordan J. Whoa!
but nah, in my opinion, J.A. Uncle Ayu, what a game that he had. I looked at his goal, fantastic goal. You know, he seems to have taken the Black Star magic from Ghana back to England. So yeah, good for him. I think he will play as a number 10 against Coventry. It will be one physical game. Just a quick lineup prediction from me. I think Thomas and Ricky will start as our fullbacks. Bit controversial. And I think a Hamza and JJ pivot. Because obviously we saw Hamza in the middle.
Whoa!
We saw Hamza in the middle, the more ball-winning, you know, destroyer that we've all been wanting. JJ, the more technically box-to-box still. I think it could work. I think you're going to need legs. You're going to need character. You're going to need physicality. It's a tough game.
I want what you're smoking.
But I
I don't think there's any way that he drops both Skip and Samare. I don't think he's going to do that.
okay, I think Skip will start. Probably will. I just want to see JJ and Hamza as a pivot. I think they work quite well together. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, it'll be a tough game. Coventry have scored the most goals in the championship.
Yes.
We have one of the best defenses.
What was the score? What did they beat QPR? Was that 7-0?
Yeah, 7-0. I have a QPR mate, so it was tough for him. But
yeah.
it'll be a
7-1,
tough
sorry.
game.
7-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a tough
Ryan
game, but I'm
reckons
excited.
it's going to be. Ryan reckons James and Samare. Ricardo has to start. Yeah, maybe Ricardo starts on the right. I don't know, but Hamza's not been bad at right back, really, has he? He's not been bad.
No, I don't think he's put a foot wrong. But I mean, you're looking at what Ricardo can offer at right back compared to what Hamza can. I
Yeah.
think, Hamza's a good stopgap, but he's never going to be the first choice in that position. You're always going to have Ricardo there. Aluko's going to come through maybe later on in the season, and he's probably going to take over the starting spot. So he's always going to be a number 2 in that position. But yeah, it's good. It's good to have these problems that we're talking about now. Who's going to play? Before it was always like Luke Thomas or VK. You don't want either. Or it was going to be Justin on the right when he was struggling. Ricardo wasn't fit. So it's good to have these sort of headaches. Cifuentes, well done, man. Well done. You have earned my eternal respect. The way that he's currently managing games. I know we're not starting the best, but football is 90 minutes. A match is only 90 minutes, right? We look at United, they played good for 45 minutes, for 20 minutes, right? Leicester at the moment, not like that. We might start slow, we might not play good for 20 or 30 minutes, but you definitely know as the match goes on, they're going to get more confident, they're going to build into the game. And at the end of the day, it's the result that matters, right? I think with the red card, it's disappointing to concede before halftime. I said, listen, guys, if we can get to halftime 1-1, second half, I rate we can win this. You go and concede a unfortunate goal, but it shows character to come back. You're climbing a hill, 10 men, goal down. But yeah, they showed real character. I don't think it's something that we would have seen last season or even under Enzo, right? I feel like they would have been a bit more frustrated or a bit more out of ideas, right? They wouldn't have come up with individual magic. So yeah, big ups to Cifuentes.
Oh yeah, I agree. Again, mate, he got it spot on with the substitutions. Ricardo's an interesting one. I think his minutes have been managed, and I think when he's come on in the games, he has improved us, just like Winks. That's 2 goals in 2 games for Ricardo, man. He's
our joint top scorer. He's our joint top scorer, which is crazy. But I mean,
he's our
Hurst
box
still has
crusher.
more goals. Hurst still has more goals than our whole team at the moment, right? So we're still in for that shot, and I got it spot on with the Sheffield. I'm gonna take full credit for that. They should have never sacked Chris Wilder, and it's absolutely hilarious that they're going back for him now.
Yeah, it's pretty mad. Although I could still be right. They could have a resurgence under Wilder now. They could get up there.
It's gonna take a bit to get back up to speed, but hey, who knows?
But they're probably they're level on points with us if we get a deduction.
We won't get a deduction.
You don't think we're getting a points deduction?
Nah.
You're crazy.
I feel like we would have asked. I feel like we would have asked for money for Bilal, if we were at risk. Right,
but we did. Because apparently we did. But Marty wanted him
but then
gone,
we wouldn't have let him go. I feel like
we're getting 25-30 million, aren't we, in a year? In a year's time.
But I still feel like we wouldn't have let him go for loan, right? Like a loan fee. If we needed the money now, so I think we're in the clear. We haven't spent a penny this transfer window, which is amazing, right? I know it's about halfway into September, right? And I'm still talking about the transfer window. But what's the best piece of business from Leicester? And what's the worst piece of business from Leicester, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You're going to say Jordan James for best piece.
I think that's tied. I'll tell you what. I think it's tied with 12 million for McAteer. I think that's tied. Those two, Jordan James in and McAteer for 12 million. I think that's the best bit of business. The worst business, I think I would have to say probably. I mean, the Mads one was awful at the time, but look at how he started at West Ham, right? Like, look at how poor he's been. Probably, this is true, I forgot about this, of course. Fatawu staying, managing to keep Fatawu. If he signs a new deal, I'll say it's the best business. But the worst business, I would probably just say, not getting 30 million up front for Bilal, probably. I would say that. Although, if we get promoted, think about it, we're going to have 30 million quid or 25, whatever it is, in the kitty for next season on top of what we would have anyway. So, I think but I would probably say Bilal. I would probably say not getting the fee up front for Bilal and him going on alone. I would say that's the worst bit. What about you? What are you saying?
I think best piece of business, probably getting any sort of fee for Connor Cody. I know Michael's fuming, but I think getting any fee for Cody, not letting his contract run down is amazing, right? It's crazy that he went to another championship team, given that he was on pretty high wages, given that it was his last year of his contract. So probably the best deal for me. McAteer was great, getting 12 million for him. He looks like he's struggling at Ipswich, but Ipswich look like they're struggling in general. And then, for me, the best piece of business was probably, I'd say, Carranza. I feel like we needed a striker. I would have probably strengthened as a striker first. So to get him in is clutch.
I would say as well, I would say that with maybe if we could have got, I was going to say maybe if we could have got Fass or Winks out the door, but again, it's a talking point at the moment because some people think they should be starting, but Winks has got a year left, right? So we're gonna lose out on any fee unless he goes in January. He could always go in January. We just don't know. I think that's my theory, that he's just having a change of heart now so that he plays and he gets a move in January. But did I read today that Fast might go in January again to Italy? It was like, yeah, whatever. The Italian clubs ain't paying shit. They ain't paying shit. They ain't paying for him, man. Come on, this is a story with the Italian clubs. They don't pay for anybody.
No. Serie A
they didn't even Bologna didn't even bid for Victor after he just been a part of the squad that got them Champions League football. Lazio apparently wanted Fast, but they never made an offer. AC Milan apparently wanted Caleb Okoli. They never made an offer. Although 20 million quid, it was rumoured. And you look at how he started this season, you think, bloody hell, I wish we did. Wish we did get 20 million for him. It's not been a good start for him.
I really need Ben Nelson to start getting minutes. I feel like he's probably going to be for the next 3-4 years. So I need him to start getting minutes. How do you bring up comments? My mom messaged in the comment section now again.
She's renamed her account to Ethan's mom.
It's wow.
Resilience was the word of the day. Is it that comment you mean? Yeah, resilience. There you go. Yeah, that's right. And we had resilience. We did indeed. As I said, as we have many times this season. I was going to say, Jeff, there's a couple of comments here, not getting Kone for 5 million or less than 5 million. Jeff says, if we had signed Kone, I would have said we would piss the league. Now I think we're going to struggle a bit with the point deduction. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference not signing Kone, although he does have 3 goals in 3 games, and his goal on the weekend against Wrexham was very, very good, to be fair. It was very good. So, Ethan, mate, thank you for calling. Much appreciated, mate. Good to see you again. We'll see you again very soon. Are you free Wednesday night?
I'm writing an exam. I should be done, though. I think I might hop in a bit later.
He's only saying that because his mum's here. He's only saying that because his mum's here. Right, cheers, Ethan, mate. All the best. See you soon, mate. All the best. There we go. Right, next caller is going to be Greek Fox on the box. Then it's Rossi, LCFC 1993. And then it's Charles. We'll see if... I think there's going to be one more person who I sent the link to, so they'll be joining at some point. Right, let's get in Greek Fox. I need to keep moving my head here. Let's get him on. Here he is. What's going on, mate? You're on mute.
Hey, Locks, how are we?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
All good, mate.
Good stuff. How's the weather over in Greece, mate? Oh, you're not in Greece, are you?
Greece, mate. I live in England.
I keep forgetting you're not in Greece. My bad. What's going on then, mate? What did you make to the game on the weekend?
Do you know what? I actually didn't watch the game. I just I just listened on TalkSport because I was on the road somewhere.
Okay. Why wouldn't you listen to BTG? It's not good enough.
Oh.
Exposed. We've exposed him. Have you seen the replay back yet of the red card?
Yeah, I have. I'm quite torn on it because the refs are really inconsistent. Sometimes it's a yellow, sometimes it's a red. This time the ref just gave a red. It's pretty reckless for me, but what I say, it's serious.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I think it could have gone either way. He could have won the ball, to be honest. He could have. He was, if he had a little bit more luck on his side there, I think he could have won the ball. But it was just it was needless. In that area of the pitch, there was no need to go in like that. I don't think
it was just a lunge straight in challenge. Sort of, I'm just gonna get in there for the sake of it.
Yeah, and it reminds me a little bit of the Fatawi one from a couple of years ago against Coventry, in a similar area of the pitch, in an attacking area. And I think he was maybe just trying to, it was his debut, right? And he wasn't really in the game that much. I think he just wanted to kind of put his mark on the game, and it backfired.
Mm-hmm. And now we won't see him for the next 3 games. I think we're missing him for Cov, Wrexham. I'm not sure the third.
Cov, West Brom, Wrexham.
West Brom and Wrexham. That's the one.
Yeah, so he won't play for a while now. Who do you think is going to start in the number 10 then? I reckon it'll be Ayew with the Carranza ahead of him.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. Like, I want to see Carranza on. I want to see him, like, what he's made of, what he can do, move around tight spaces. If he can do all that, if he can as well bear in mind how physical the championship is, let's see how he does, really.
Yeah, I think he'll cope with that pretty well. Ryan said in today's game it's a red card. Back in the day it would have been different and just a yellow. There was another comment here as well, just talking about Kone. Yeah, Kone did that all season last year in League One. Great player, yeah, absolutely. There's another comment here. Michael says Ayew shouldn't be playing striker anymore, even though he did and scored. He is a 10 now. Would you agree that makes that? I think he's probably better suited for the number 10. I just feel like, yes, Ayew's good at certain things. He's good at holding up the ball. He's good at dropping deep and linking up play, but
you wouldn't really expect that of a striker, because the striker really, he's sort of the target man. Just get on the ball, create that few yards of space, then strike the ball really on the back of the net.
Yeah.
And that's what the striker's meant to do. Ayew is it's a hybrid between like a wing back and a forward. I'm not sure.
I was going to say, I think Marty called him a 9.5, which is interesting. An interesting way to describe it.
9.
Well, yeah, it's like a 9.5, kind of like you said, a hybrid, right, between a 9 and a 10, maybe. That's how he's been playing. So it would be interesting to see him maybe in the 10 in the next game, because earlier, like in the previous games, I think he was, when Daka was coming on, Ayew was dropping into the 10, and Daka was playing ahead of him, and Daka's a donkey. But hold on, we've got a new sound effect, haven't we, for this?
Let's
get it on. We've got a new sound effect. We've got a new sound effect for Patson Daka.
No way.
I don't know what's happening to that donkey. Someone should call the RSPCA or something on that one. But yeah, with how bad Daka is, I think Ayew has, he's done okay in the number 10 when we've seen it. To be honest with you, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But Jordan James as well, he made his debut. I think he did pretty well in the limited minutes he got. He made a game.
Yeah, I've seen a tackle. Yeah, I've seen it. That was one of the best tackles that I've ever seen one of our lads do. I think it's parallel with the Ricardo one that he got booked for against Leeds out of the season.
Yes, yeah.
That was a perfect tackle. I don't know how he got carded. But,
I know. Ryan says, I think it'll be Page in the 10. Hasn't done much wrong playing there so far. I think Franz will be on the bench, but we brought on as a sub. Yeah, maybe so. It could go anywhere. I think Page did well. Yeah, Page did well when he did play this season. I think he had a knock on the weekend, which is why he wasn't on the bench or anything. But if he's fit, he could come back into the team. I would rather see Ayew and Carranza, though. I think. Yeah, it's an attacking team. Let's get at them. Let's get at them, Coventry. Yeah. I saw someone say today it's not going to be the same game against Coventry without Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah, I've seen that comment as well. Yeah, because KDH was like box to box. He's met in space. He knows where the goal is as well. Linking up with Mappadida as well. That game, and that opening game in the championship season was a really good one.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, he saved us. They saved our skin. 2-2 when 2-2. Yeah, it was 2-2, wasn't it? 2-1. Sorry,
no, 2-1. Yeah, we won 2-1.
Yeah, we 1-0 down, and he scored the 2. Yeah, 2 good goals that as well. To get us the 3 points. So nice one, mate. Right, thank you for calling in as always. Much appreciated, mate. Get over to Greece. Get over to Greece. Get out of England, mate. Right, nice one. See you soon, pal. All the best.
Have a good one, Max. God bless.
See you soon. Yeah, there we go. We're going to get on. This is the last order of the day. Let me see who's here. So we've got Ross, Charles, Gaz. Ross, Charles, and Gaz. That's the order of the day before we finish. So let's get Ross in. I can already tell he's playing PlayStation. I could tell. He's playing Xbox.
PlayStation 2, actually.
Why are you playing a PS2?
I'm playing LMA Manager. I'm playing an
Well,
old
pause it. You've got things to do. Talk to me.
I'm 2-2. Heskey score for me. All right, so that's how long it is.
LMA Manager. What? You can tell you're
2004.
40. You're 40.
Hey, listen, LMA Manager is a classic PS2 game, right, Lux? I know you're younger than me, all right, but
is it like Football Manager where you don't actually play?
You know, it is in a way. You know, I mean, my team, I've got Kasper Schmeichel in goal, age 19. You know, Desai, Heskey, Robert Hoof. Hey, I've got a good team in there. Don't you worry about that.
Where's Daka?
Well, he's not born. I don't think he's. Well, he's not born, but I don't think he's not on this game. It's 2004. So God's sake! I'd better see what happens to that donkey. So,
go on then, mate. Talk to me. What did you make of the game on the weekend? Were you there?
Well, no, I was working on it, I'm afraid, but I managed to, watch it as much as I can. It was red card. I'll be honest. We can say, oh, it was. Let's be honest. If it was the other way around, someone did that to Fatwa or anybody else, we'd be screaming. We'd be going crazy on it. That should have been a red. So it's a red. He shouldn't have gone in like that. Let's be honest. We can. I know. He said sorry and everything, but he should not have gone in anyway like that. No need for it. Just like that was our first red card in the league since Fatwa against Kovskum.
And it's nice to see a bit of aggression, though, isn't it? We've lacked it.
I get
for
that.
So long.
I get. Listen, that's what Chowdhury's there for.
Well, I said, mate, I don't know how many times last season I said we've got our team's a bunch of fucking fannies, mate. Honestly, like they're just last season they barely wanted to put a tackle in, and we've been quite physical recently this season. We've been getting stuck in.
That's good. That's what I like to see. And I would say Uncle Ayu, good goal, don't get me wrong, but it was a poor mistake. I mean, let's be honest, three of the goals. The first, second, and third goal from Oxford Leicester's point of view, all mistakes. The first goal, obviously, was a shot. Still, should have done so much better. The second, our first goal from Uncle Ayu was a horrendous back pass from Oxford. Thank you very much in the back of the net. Third goal, that was unlucky from Soumare. You can't blame him. It's an own goal. No, he can do. It's not like he just booted in the back of the net like Faz did once against Liverpool, twice. But and the well-worked goal for Ricardo. And obviously, this game, do you know what? This is a massive M69 derby because both teams are doing well. It's not like, Scum are playing crap and we're playing good or the way around. We're both playing well. So it's an anticipated M69 derby.
Do you remember this?
Yes, I was. Funny enough, I watched this in Paris. I was in Paris.
Ross, you're so old.
Hey, cheeky. Listen, here's one then. Right, me and Mr. Whistle.
Hold on, I've got something for you. Go on, keep talking. I can hear you, but I'll be back. I've got something to show you. Go on.
Oh God, here we go. Right, so while the show is going on, it's Rossi LCFC 1993. No, so I can hear him chuckling. So it's now the Rossi LCFC 993 show. No, what's this? Come on.
I've been collecting cards.
Yep.
And I've got some really cool retro ones because you're old. Look at some of these, mate. What do you like these?
So they are. From what I can see.
With where is it? Where's it?
I'm gonna have to probably say it in my glasses. That is Gary Parker. That is Emil Heskey, Steve Claridge, Neil Lennon. Are both Neil Lennons, yeah. Oh my God, that one's gonna bug me. Oh my God, my dad was here, be like, Ross, who was that? That's just before my time. But
I'll tell you who it was. Hold on.
Go on.
It was Tommy Wright.
So, the original Tommy Wright, yes.
And don't forget Ross's favourite player of all time.
This is gonna be sucker. Yeah, I like Robbie Savage. He follows me on Twitter. That's the only fame I've got. But here's one thing, lot. So me and Mr. Whistle on about this, right?
Yeah.
So we're on about away, like red cards we've had. You know, Fatu the last one in the league. Callum Doyle was the last to get a red card before Mr. Ramsey. Have you noticed they've all been away? When was the last time? Now, me and Jack know this because we did our homework. When
so you
was
Googled
the last?
it?
No. We technically did. It took us ages to figure it out. When was the last time we had a red card at home? Now I want to see. I want to see. I want to see if the chat will probably Google it and probably see it.
Yeah, let me. I'm doing it so I can't see the comments. I'm doing it so
honestly.
I can't see the comments.
So, but yeah, right, yeah.
Can I have a clue? Can I have a clue? Can I have a clue?
The season we got relegated. The first time.
Oh, I know who it was. Dewsbury Hall.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. There you go.
Who against them?
Against Everton. Villa.
So you do know you.
And that was just before Ndidi did the worst clearance I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And
I think ironically,
Bertrand
Bertrand
Traore got on the end of it and put it in the top bins. Yeah. That was one of them games where we had the two fucking clowns in charge for 2 games. Villa and Bournemouth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Villa and Bournemouth.
I know, yeah, because I remember remember that padded seat? On TikTok, it's called the padded seat. So he does all hospitality at football matches. And he did one at Leicester, and it cost him 70 quid for a game in the box. Wow. He got a padded seat, and he gave Leicester 4.5 star to 5 stars on all the cleanliness, the politeness, food, everything. So fair play to him. But honestly, this Saturday is I think it's one of the biggest games of the season. It's going to show how ruthless we are. I know we've been playing poor in the first half at times, but we need to show on Saturday that we are being serious. We're ruthless, and obviously Julian Carranza, if there was a time for him to debut and make a name for yourself, Saturday is the deal. I remember when we beat the Scum at their ground on my 4 days after I turned 18. One of my favourite away days, with the exception of Preston, when we won league. Lee Peltier. Now I know it wasn't the best of players for Leicester, but he scored against the Scum on his debut. And that game, ironically, Darius Vassell got sent off for Leicester. 6,249 of us there. Peltier scored against the Scum, and I loved it. I think every fan that was there loved it. Kasper Schmeichel's debut as well. So if you're going to write your name in folklore, Saturday is it. And yeah, Uncle Ayu should be number 10. Julian Carranza at the striker. If there is a time for you to make a name for yourself, Saturday is it. Because, I know after that we've got West Brom, and then we've got Wrexham. I think we're at home against Wrexham, if I'm not mistaken.
Do I need to? You talking about Darius Vassell and stuff? Do I need to say again how old you are?
Do you know what's funny, right? Prime Darius, when Darius Vassell was Arkley, wasn't the best, but my God, he could run. If you ever watched that when we played Forest at home, when Andy King scored, it was on a Monday night. It was snowy as hell. Vassell just walked through about 4 or 5 players. Bundle it to Andy King. Thank you very much. It was in the back of the net.
I've got one. Ask Ross, who was knocked out first round in the Leicester Fan TV quiz.
I don't give a shit.
Is that the one? Is that the one that I did? Is that the one?
No, I don't know what it is, but I don't give a shit.
It was probably you. Why are you so upset? Don't get upset, Ross.
Because Terry Wines, he does me head in. Right.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he does
I've
me
not
head
seen
in.
Terry. I've not seen Terry on this channel in ages.
Look, right,
please. He's
please
stalking you.
Please don't put that comment up from Dalbster because it's going to jinx us. But just read it to yourself. Just please don't. Don't read it out.
Okay.
Because it's going to jinx us.
Right.
I was there. I was at that game with my dad.
My last question to you, Ross. What is your favorite Leicester goal that you've been in the ground for?
Muzzy is it? Muzzy, straight away. Muzzy is it against Grimsby Town in 2002 It was
You're so
where
old.
it was. Honestly, I was 9 years old at that point, but I tell you now, it was incredible. We went, me and my dad went. It was a cold, wet. It was in Grimsby, so that was a bad start. Well, actually, we were Cleethorpes actually because they don't play in Grimsby, and it was 1-1. Sinclair got sent off for swearing, which is weird these days. And it was just the way that Cross came in. I wish that we had proper phones back then to get that moment on camera. But obviously, you live in this nostalgia moment. But if there's 2 goals right behind it, will be Anthony Knockout against Huddersfield in 2012. Because now, right behind it, because the first goal was some like 35 yards out with his left foot, bearing in mind, and it was a cracker. The second goal was a flick. Now, I don't know if you can ever play clips, but if you do get a chance, it's how he does the flick. He's never done that since. And that's the reason I love that clip.
It was a scorpion kick.
No, it wasn't a scorpion. It was just like, literally, I'll see if I can do the action.
Knockout goal against Huddersfield. That was a scorpion kick.
No, it weren't a scorpion kick. It was something like this, where he literally just went.
What the fuck? That's a scorpion kick. That's a scorpion
kick. What's
no,
the
that's
goal?
a scorpion kick.
No,
that is a. No, what you just
wasn't.
did is a what you just did is a scorpion kick.
It weren't a scorpion kick.
We're gonna agree to
honest,
disagree on this
it's the way he just went in because we were like, oh my god, I was in that away end, the Gal farm, and it was insane. But no, they're my favourite 3 goals I've ever seen.
Well, you've cheated because I only asked for 1, but yeah, we'll do a show on it one day. Our favourite goals. My favourite is Yakubu Derby. I love
number 4.
Yeah.
Like, there's a top 5.
Number 4. So hard. Number 4. Yeah,
we could go on for hours. But it's not just about 35-yard out. It's about how it goes. It's how it's built up. Because if you think about that, the goal in that same game was a really good goal, a well-teamed goal from Andy King and Lloyd Dyer and stuff. But no, there's some perfect ones. You just can't. I've seen Kyle Norton against Barnsley.
All right, that's enough, Ross. That's enough. Deanie. Do you want to mention Deanie? Yeah, Deanie.
I don't care. Well, if you're going to go that way, Vincent Company. Right.
That was a good goal. So, right, yeah. Ross, thanks for calling, mate. We'll see you very soon. Enjoy LMA Manager, mate. Don't do that again, for God's sake. Why did you do that, you fucking... Anyway, right. See you in a bit, mate. All the best. Cheers to Ross. Right, we're going to get Charles on, then Gaz. Hello, Locks. Hello to you, Foss Hub, mate. I hope you're doing well, pal. Nice to see you in the chat again. For our last caller, I've got a little teaser. See if anybody in the chat understands this. Anyone understand that? Let me know in the chat. Right, here comes Charles. What's going on, Charles, mate? How's things?
Good, Locks. How you doing?
All good. Hold on, I've got one for you as well. How are you, mate? How are you?
I'm good. I don't know what that anthem was before you put me on. I don't know what it was.
You don't know what the national anthem... You don't know what anthem that is? Interesting.
No, I don't. It sounds royal, though. It sounds like a royal.
Hold on, one more little sneak peek. There you go. Oh.
I have no idea.
No.
I have no idea.
You'll find out in 10 minutes. There
we go. Oh, good. Put me out in my misery. Yeah. Hey, I don't like coming on last. I know I was late, but all the topics I was going to talk about have already been talked about. So I'm struggling here. We'll
go again. You can rewind.
So, Marty sort of frustrates me a bit because, again, the starting 11 came up and it was like, oh, what are we doing here again? But I didn't have a chance to see what he was trying to do because after 23, Aaron Ramsey goes. So Marty's probably going, oh, fuck. There you go. All out the window. So, the midfield was my issue. I don't think they should have played either of those, Samari or Skip.
Either of them?
Either, yeah. Or Karan. I needed Karanza on there. I was disappointed because I was, I thought, oh, we'll see this guy. But Jordan Ayew, he was almost man of the match for me. I mean, he's turned it around, in my opinion. He's been playing well for his country or when they were out there. So, yeah, good for Jordan Ayew.
Well, I don't think he's turned it around. I think this is what he was always like. I just think people were missing Fatawu too much, to be honest. I don't think he was.
Maybe.
I think he got a bit too much unfair. I mean, look, he was a part of a team that went, what was it, 10 games, 8 games lost in a row or something like that. I can't remember what it was now, but
that's not his fault. That was the management, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
To sucking this, just the way we played. But yeah, so
and I mean, he's a better striker than Daka, right?
Definitely. I mean, I like Jordan Ayew now.
It's that last bit that gets me.
I know. Bestiality going on. Oh dear. Anyway, don't play that again. Anyway, so a good result, 2-2. We're down to 10 men, but obviously we didn't see what Marty was trying to do because it all went, shit hit the fan. It was probably a sending off. It's one of those 50-50. I think the guy didn't roll around like he's been shot. I mean, I think he got up, didn't he? So that's always a telling sign. If you really hurt somebody, that's a straight red. Like really hurt somebody. I know there's play acting, but it was borderline. You don't do those tackles in that part of the field, and at that how heavy he came in, and his following leg came through. I think that was part of it as well. Without VAR, perhaps with VAR, he probably would have got sent off anyway. But I feel sorry for him because he had a shot on target, Aaron Ramsey, just a few minutes before. So he's trying to get into the game, and maybe that's just it, being out for so long and wanting to make an impression. I don't know if we spoke about that before.
Yeah, it was a good effort. It was a good effort. That was the frustrating part. Like he wasn't really in the game, and then he had the effort, and you're thinking at that point, like, okay, maybe he can grow into it from here, and then he goes and does something stupid. That's fair to call it stupid. Yeah. But
Jordan James looked good, or just in like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever he was on. It's like, okay. Is that what it is? Is that something related to him?
Yeah.
I was going to say, is it the Welsh national anthem? It's not the Welsh national anthem. It is. Yes. I was going to say that, and I thought, Wales don't have a national anthem, do they? Because you're part of the UK.
They do. No,
so
they
what's
do.
The Scottish? What's the Scottish one? It must be a Scottish.
They've got one as well. Is it?
Are they? I was going to say. I was going to say the Welsh national anthem. I thought, no, they can't be. But anyway.
I swear they have a national anthem. Flower of Scotland, I think. The Flower of Scotland, I think they sing that. Yeah,
they play it at the rugby, don't they? They play it at rugby when they're. I know you're not a rugby guy.
And the football, yeah. I think the football as well.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, they must have the national anthem.
Yeah, they definitely do it. So no, there you go. You've got it now.
So God Save the Queen is the UK then, I guess. So the English national. What's the bloody English national anthem?
Well, no. I think God Save the King is it's the UK. Like it's Great Britain, but it's it's English, right?
Yeah.
But Wales and Scotland have got their own. Obviously, I don't know if Northern Ireland do. I'm guessing.
Sure they do.
Maybe.
I'm sure they do. Know. Yeah.
Someone can let us know in the chat. Someone can let us know.
Going back to the game, happy with a 2-2 draw, 10 men down at Oxford. Still Archek. He was doing okay. He needs to. And he's definitely our number one, obviously, and I think he's a long-term Leicester goalkeeper, so that's good. What else have we got? A good thing, we're talking about the team and sometimes arguing over positions, and that shows I think we've got a pretty good team in depth because we're arguing who should be playing. Lewis Page is out still, and we want him back. Well, so we're replacing people. And I know you're a fan of Ricky P, but I think Chowdhury will start. Manny is a fan of Ricky P as well, but Ricky P is a brilliant player, but he's so delicate. You've got to protect that guy. He can't play every single game. So I think that's why Marty's playing Chowdhury and then bringing Ricky P on, because I think Ricky's already been injured already this season, I think. But so you got to protect him. But that goal again, I mean, here he is again, coming in late and scoring another great goal. So
I'd like Ricky to start the next one. I think we need to try and dominate the ball against Coventry because I don't like a lot of teams that we've played against so far. We've we've given up possession quite a bit. We've turned the ball over, but they're just shit, Charles. Like the teams we played against are shit, mate. Like Oxford and fucking.
I said that at the beginning,
terrible. But Coventry are a decent team, mate. If they get the ball,
Frank Lampard.
I could see them scoring.
Yeah.
So I think we try and dominate the ball as much as we can, and that probably opens up Harry Winks. I still stand by that. I don't want to see him starting at the moment, but it could mean that Winks and Ricardo both come in. It could mean that.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I mean, they played Norwich at the weekend, and they equalised in the 96th minute, I think. So Norwich are having an up and down season, or 5 games in, but I think we'll beat them. I think we'll beat Coventry. Fingers crossed. And then what was that? How many? We've got 10 points so far. If that puts up to 13, we're good.
Until the deduction hits.
Yeah.
I don't know what Ethan's smoking.
I don't know what
he's
he's smoking.
Getting one. I'm like, what
He's
the hell are
crazy.
you talking about?
He's crazy. We're going to get something, and it's going to go to the tribunal, and it's just the timing. The longer they leave it, imagine it coming in like in March or April, or like really late, and they knock us 10 points. It's going to be like we're way up there, or we're up there, and they just knock us down, and we drop. Like that's the worst thing they can do. But they've done worse, We need it probably before Christmas, hopefully, something like that. I should think. Yeah.
Well, I keep saying I was on a championship podcast about an hour ago, and they were asking about the deduction, and I think probably the reason we're having to wait so long is partly down to the club are probably kicking the can down the road. I mean, they do like to do that. They appeal it at every possible point, so that's probably delayed things as well. I can't imagine they've rolled over and said, "There you go, fine, we're guilty, whatever." I think they probably are still fighting it in some. You
think
capacity.
so? Really? I think we're going to get something. We've done enough fighting, I think, and we just hopefully it's not too much. Now, if they come in, because it's an independent tribunal, it's not the EFL. So if they recommend 9, maybe that we should just take it and roll on. I think maybe I don't think we could get less than that because we're up for weird things, But
yeah, 3 different charges, isn't it? So
yeah, we're not grey areas, but like really,
they might just drop it on Christmas Day, mate. We're top of the league on Christmas Day. Happy.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
But we need time. Perhaps they're thinking if we come in late, we don't have time to appeal. Maybe they're thinking late. If they come in like towards the end of the season, hit us with 9 points. We're not going to get time to appeal and get it through it. So who knows what they're thinking. I'd rather get it before Christmas and just know where we are and then carry on. But still got us to go up. No problem.
We'll see. Right, Charles. Thanks for calling, mate. Have you got anything to plug? You got anything tonight?
Oh yeah, we're live 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time at Foxes on the Box. There's a few of us on there, and we have a couple of moonlighting guys from the UK. Make an appearance occasionally. So, and
who's on tonight?
I don't know yet. We never know until we think. It'll be just Craig, Mark from Charlotte, me, and there's 3 others that may come on, and then some other people from around the world sometimes pop on. So yeah, we're just
enjoy that one. There we go. Go.
At Foxes on the Box, and we're just the low key. Do what we do.
Yeah, lovely stuff, mate.
We're probably the biggest in the US now, I think. So for this sort of thing. But,
probably. There's Craig. There's Craig. Right, all the best. Cheers, Charles. See you soon, mate. See you very soon. There we go. Right, let me bring some comments up before we get on. Gaz, one more time, I'll play this for us all. There we go. Right. Any points deduction more than 9 means we will not make the playoffs. You're negative, mate. You're negative. Right now would be perfect time for the point deduction. Love listening while I work from the States. Is this the same Michael that's a Wrexham fan? I think. Let me go back and check. Michael. Yeah, Michael, who said that Connor Cody was the worst performance he's seen from a centre back in the Championship in some time. Was lazy, own goal, can't run, worthless yapper. There we go. Hello to Michael. Thanks for joining us. Right, let's get on. Gaz, first time on the channel. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you loud and clear, mate. Got you
Happy
loud
days.
and clear.
Okay.
Thanks for reaching out, mate, and saying you wanted to come on. It's good. Always good to get new faces.
Yeah, well, obviously, like, you've put the video up, didn't you? So I watched it and I thought, you know what? I watch this all the time. Like, literally, like, it's a daily watch on YouTube for me. Just whatever's coming up next with the channel. So, like, I thought, have a look, innit? Have a look, have a chat.
What part of Wales are you in?
Oh, the deep valleys, the South Wales valleys, mate.
Yeah.
Little place called Evervale. I imagine the accent is throwing a lot of people off, I imagine.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. I was from Pembrokeshire.
Yeah, you said.
That's why I've got an English accent, because that's where all the English go on to live in Pembrokeshire.
We'll lay you off, mate. We'll lay you off. Honorary Welshman. Honorary Welshman.
Yeah. Talk to me, mate. What have you made to the start of the season so far? Because it's not been bad, has it? It's not been bad.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not been bad. It's not been good. It's probably been what I've expected. You know, QPR and Marty, they played good bit of football, but they weren't really making a dent in the league, were they? They played a good bit of football, though obviously they did us over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think exactly the video you put up earlier just made me think. Like, people just so reactive, aren't they? So reactive to, like, we've lost points, dropped points against Oxford, this, that, the other. Like, a lot of stuff is super toxic if you go online and on the socials and stuff and, like, see people ripping into players. Just think, chill out. Just chill out. We're like, what, 5 games in? Just chill out. There's like, Coventry's a big game. Coventry's a big game. Like, you know, you really got to target games like that. I imagine Marty's getting the boys fired up for that game, I imagine. So you really got to chill.
I just saw a cut. Pete, Peaches, you never said you were from Pembroke. I had no idea you were. I had no idea you were in Pembroke. Yeah, she said earlier. Although you are a Forest fan, so yeah, tempted. No, yeah. I mean, the thing with me, Gaz, mate, is that, like, I just find that there's people online, even at, like, the Sheffield Wednesday game, when obviously we were 1-0 down at half time.
Yeah.
There were people then saying that the manager's not good enough. Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell?
It's like, chill out, like, just whoa now. Like, God, like, the most successful period we've had since I've been following the Foxes, which has been like 30 years. It was like, if you take O'Neill out of it, it's Rodgers. It's like the consistency, it's the time. Like, I know it got to a point where it was pretty toxic and he did need to go, but at the end of the day, you just need to give these guys time. And if that means, you know, I hate to say it because no one wants to see the Foxes go back up the Prem more than me. But if that means mid-table for a season, 2, and it allows us to get the right side of PSR, it allows us to get, you know, culture of the team where it needs to be. This is what you've got to take. You've got to accept what's there. So, you know, I think there's a lot of good work, I think, going on, like, behind the scenes. Like, I don't know if you've seen when Hamza got subbed off for the weekend. Like, he had a little embrace with Marty.
I
didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that under Rude.
And I think in pre-season as well, I think you saw Marty was trying to nurture Oliver Skip because, like, you know, he's a new player and still a year into his time here, and he had it was a car crash of a season last year. Yeah. And I mean, we spent 20 million quid on him. Like, you're not getting that money back, so you're going to have to try and get the best out of him somehow. But it's a tough ask. He's not very good at the moment.
A lot of the Spurs fans, because obviously I asked them, like, the Spurs fans I know, said, right, tell me, we've bought him, tell me about him. They call him like a sideways player. Like, he's kind of good deep and in the middle, but the minute you get him in that final third, that product isn't quite there. So, like, he'll run all day, won't he? You know, he's got legs, you know. Marty spoke on the BBC Leicester interview about his productivity. He's, like, towards the top end. So he's covering more ground, you know. It's that final product and it's that, you know, effectiveness when he's covering ground, isn't it?
I think he's a bit of a passenger at times in games. Like, I think he does, like you said, he does a lot of running, but there's not. I'll never forget the game against Newcastle last season away. and it was him and Hamza, and they put in 0 tackles in the whole game between them.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, probably covered about 40 kilometers and 0 tackles. That's
Yeah. That's it.
Headless chickens.
I don't know. I don't know what. Because I think time's running out even now. Like because we've got Jordan James in now. We've got Harry Winks who's back in contention and for a starting spot. I don't know what you make to that. Harry Winks, Jordan James midfield. That could work.
Well, really, it could because you got the youth and you got the experience here, haven't you? So it could. Jordan James is really well thought of in the Welsh setup. Like Bellamy really likes him, really rates him. He's playing him consistently. Didn't in the last 2 Welsh games, but he's still got game time. But from what I've seen from Jordan James, he's definitely good enough for this level. No question about it. I think
we saw it 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we saw it.
Yeah, he's good enough at this level. Potentially, his ceiling is a bit higher. So, just stick with. It all boils down to where we're going to buy him. For me, are we going to buy him?
I hope so.
Yeah, same. Because I think there's legs there. He's 21, 22.
I think he's still 21. Let me just double check. He is 21 still. Only turned 21 2 months ago. So he's not 22 until next summer.
Yeah, if you get him on a 5 years, and if he really does make the impact, I think he can. Probably not your KDH level, but he could probably do a job for us this year. I think if we can. Get him playing.
The option to buy is rumored to be about €6 million. So that's a bargain for a 21-year-old.
Absolute for a 21-year-old functioning centre midfield box to box player, get him in. But nice. I think just to go back to like how the season's gone, good enough. Just let's not get overly stressed out. Tough game against Oxford. Those pitches are rubbish, man. I was watching it, just thinking, God, like these guys used to be Premiership pitch. I knew he didn't do very well. Premiership pitches last year, and you're kicking the ball around on there. It was crap.
And the stadium has what? Three stands.
Yeah. It's rough, isn't it? It's rough for him. But got it for Ramsey. I've got to be honest with you. As a fan, it stinks, doesn't it? Someone getting sent off 20 minutes into their debut. But as a footballer, I understand it. Do you know what I mean? Like
he was frustrated. He seemed frustrated.
He had a nice opportunity minutes before, and you could see kind of like Oxford were almost frustrating the team when they in keeping possession. And the sad thing is, if he smashes the ball there and puts our man in the stands, gets a crowd going, gets a team going, it really those moments can swing a game as much as a goal sometimes. And he's just missed it, hasn't he? So I don't want that to set the tone for his loan period. I think he's still a great player in there. He was fantastic for Middlesbrough. He was outstanding. Give us hell.
Yes. Lots of. He got. I saw as well. If you include his, because I think he's been played out wide, quite a bit as well at times. I think I saw a stat that if you include his years as a youth player. In like 49 games in the number 10, he's got like 39 goals and assists. So the number 10 is his role. We don't need him out wide. We've got enough out wide. We've got enough.
Yeah, I think so. And I haven't seen enough of his like kind of like one-on-one in that channel to say like, he's a better winger than Mamadidi or Fatawu. But
definitely not Fatawu. He's not better than Fatawu.
No one's a better winger than Fatawu. Best player we've got. But nice. I'm happy enough, and I just think, my God, like supporting Leicester, it's a roller coaster like no other. Thank God I picked that team, because it's unbelievable. You never know what's going to happen one season to the next, and it's exciting, man. I would have loved 3 points on the weekend. I thought it was there for the taking, and then to come out of it man down, take the point, just move on. It's a big game next weekend. Just enjoy it,
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you this then before we end. We asked Ross, what is your favourite goal that you've seen live? What was your favourite goal?
Because I heard you ask Ross, I thought you might ask this, right? So this is going to be random because I don't get down to the stadium half enough as I want to. So, so the best goal. Can you remember the Riyad Mahrez replacement who never was?
Gazal.
Yeah. So
wow.
I managed to get tickets to watch us fucking lost to Newport County. But I managed
yes.
I managed to go down to that game and obviously like eyed with a Newport scarf on in the Newport end. Obviously like had my Leicester City pants on. But it was he banged a screamer in and we were losing. And that goal took us to extra time. And I was just like, it was a screamer of a goal. So it's the most recent one. I think a vague recollection is watching Heskey bang a few. We're back at Filbert Street as well. But that's the best one I've seen live.
Yeah.
Favorite goal is obviously Lilian Nalis. It's the best volley I've ever seen in football ever. Best goal I've ever seen in football.
You're old as well.
very, yeah. Older than I look.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I one of the first games I went to when I was younger was. Do you remember? Oh, who did we play? I want to say it was Palace, but it might not have been. When Jeffrey Brumer, and I think he scored a great goal. Jeffrey Brumer. Yeah, let me see if I can.
If you find it, I'll find it tonight. I'll YouTube it as soon as I get out now.
Let me see if I can find it. He might have scored two. He might have scored two in the one game. It was. I want to say it was against Watford. Somebody in the chat will know. Let's see if this is the one. No, that's not. Wait, is this it? Yeah. This is it. I found it. I can play it. Right, I can play it. Let's hide this and let's share the screen. This is one of the first goals I got to see. Here we go. Watch this beauty.
Screamer, no doubt.
Here he is.
He's not put it in from there. Oh my god!
Boom! Days. I mean, the goalkeeping was questionable, but it was a good goal.
Doesn't matter. It's screamer, worldy.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Nice. Steve Guppy used to bang a few in mine as well. He used to score some screamers. Love a volley from outside the area. Savage was like you popped him up earlier. He was my favorite player. He was never so good in the box, was he?
I bet he was. Yeah.
He was never so good in the box.
Yeah, I had another one here which I found funny. Hold on. Let me find this one I saw. Where Muzzy is it as well? He scored a few bangers, didn't he?
Just slap the old scissor kicks in and the old biceps. You still love it.
There you go. There's your boy.
Oh, there he is. Come on, Robs. Legend.
Absolutely. Well, he's managing Forest Green Rovers now, isn't he, or something? No.
Yeah, he was involved with Mansfield or Mansfield. He's you never know what Savage is doing. He's off his top.
He is indeed. Where is he? Forest Green Rovers. Right, guys. Thank you, mate. Thanks for calling in. Much appreciated. We'll see you again very soon, mate.
No doubt.
Unfortunately for you, I've got your number now, so you'll be.
No, it's good. It's good. Keep up the good work, man. The content's wicked. I spend most of my week in work just sneaking the old YouTube vids in his class.
Love it, mate. All the best. We'll see you soon, guys. Cheers, pal. See you soon. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. There we go. What a call. As always, quite often the caller of the day goes to the first time caller. So caller of the day is today is Gaz. So to shout out to Gaz, we'll be seeing him back on the channel again soon as well. Let's see what some of these comments are saying. We're getting a lot of Welsh talk here. Let me find the original one from Terry. What's that song for Wales that go in the chart, sung by that old guy? I've got no idea. What are you talking about? I don't know. Not sure what you mean by that. Oh hi. Yes, yeah. I haven't lived in Wales for 9 years, mate. So I can't remember. I was 18 when I left Wales. There's a comment here from Gaz. Oh, yeah, Mahid. See, mate, I haven't spoken Welsh since I was in school, so honestly, I couldn't pronounce that, mate. Although I got an A in my Welsh exam in school. I just haven't used it since, so I've completely forgotten. Singing the national anthem at the rugby, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? In the Euros and the World Cup when Wales make it there, and Yeah, it's brilliant to watch. The rugby, of course, that's where it's at its best. I remember that goal, great one. Andrew says, absolutely, just likes. Make sure you do exactly what Andrew's done. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. Thank you to all the callers tonight, much appreciated. Thanks to everybody in the comments. Peaches from Nottingham, but live on the border of Pembroke, Ceredigion, and Carmarthen, right where they all meet. Lovely. Yeah, I was in Haverfordwest, Peaches. If you know Haverfordwest. In the centre of Pembrokeshire, so yeah, that's where I lived for until I was 18, all my life. So I just lost the accent very, very quickly. So there we go. Right. Although if I spend too much time with Gaz, I can guarantee you will notice a bit of Welsh accent coming out, because it does tend to happen whenever I'm back there. So, make sure to join us. What we got tomorrow? We got tomorrow. Let me bring up the graphic. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m, as always, of course, after a game, is Tuesday Night Tactics, formerly named Match Analysis, but it's now Tuesday Night Tactics. So join it. Of course, it's JJ on the front. Look at that. Let me. I got There you go. That's for JJ. So yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Join us for that. And Nil and Doc will be live for that one. No worries, Ryan, mate. All the best. I'm surprised I haven't made you a mod sooner, mate. So apologies for that. But there we go. Right. Thanks to you all. See you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the analysis. And enjoy the rest of your Monday nights. Cheers all. And big shout out to the sponsors, Match Bingo. If you want to check out Match Bingo, if you do like a gamble, the link is in the description of this video. Use that link to sign up. Yeah. See you soon. Bye. Massive thank you to today's sponsor, Match Bingo. Over 200 grand has been paid out to players so far by taking sports betting, football and bingo and combining them into one amazing app. Make sure to get your bingo card for any Leicester City game in the upcoming season. Click that link in the description or via the QR code on screen.